All right, we're in. Looking good.
Okay, so we're coming to you live. We're down here on Fort Myers Beach. I almost got my house flooded out. I missed it by 4 inches. So this is the mess that this hurricane left. So the dirty side of the storm started pushing stormwater onto the beach. And it was rushing over the beach, and it was like, there were like rivers in different lots and rivers in different places where the accesses are. There is, a matter of fact, I'm gonna turn around. You wouldn't believe what happened in some of these areas. We're over at Newton Park, and there was, we've been working next door to that at the Strand View, and we never seen this seawall. Well, there's a seawall, and not only is there a seawall, it's been uncovered. And not only has it been uncovered, it's like 3 foot deep on the other side of this seawall. So this seawall, that's how much sand is missing off of our beaches. So the beaches just got impacted significantly. So these sand dunes are everywhere. This wall was completely covered up yesterday. So if you go all the way out here and get real close and look, you see the water, how far the water is down? That seawall is uncovered 3 foot on the other side. So we lost so much sand. It's incredible. So all this sand, where did it go? On this one, it's right here. This was not the elevation of this lot before. This elevation is peaked and is thicker way over here. They cleaned all this out not too long ago. So we are gotta have some fun. So these sand dunes that I just came across, and there's sand all over the beaches. We have one of our crews on their way down here. We're going to do some volunteer work and pick up stuff that's all over the road. I'm going to check with them a little bit later on if they want us to bring some of our equipment down here. We'll do some volunteering and get some of this sand off the roads so that we can get through better. But look at all this stuff that's on the road. This is all debris that got washed over from these job sites that were never cleaned up. So look at these sand dunes. So what do you think about that? I mean, that's just an amazing amount of sand. And we're driving on about 4 or 5 inches of sand. Look at these. Somebody did come through here and make paths on a few places. But if you look over here, look towards the beach. All of that washed off the beach and is on the Estero Boulevard now. So there's different people coming down here with their equipment. And I'm going to call the mayor here in a minute to see if they'll allow us to help them out with cleaning some of this up. So that's what these trucks are for. They're just going to pick up the sand. Hopefully they're going to go dump it right back on the beach. I hope there's no rule that doesn't allow them to do that. I got a Jeep right behind us. I'm going to pull over here onto the, I'm going to pull off the road here for a second, let these guys go by. So just look at all that. So, and there's probably 20, maybe 20 or 30 of these mounds, and they're all the way down through, all the way to the other end of.
New text message from Mike's like next door neighbor Estrellita.
So you got all this stuff going on all the way down Estero Boulevard. So it's not the 2-year anniversary of Ian hitting us is tomorrow. So it's not even been 2 years and we've had all these issues. So here we go. We're gonna have some fun again. So here we go. Ready? So these people here, they're coming across these dunes, and I don't know, we're gonna kind of have fun and just go over here. gonna shake their heads. But look at this. Is this freaking unbelievable or what? So I wouldn't really be, I don't know if I'd have a normal car in here. You'd liable to damage it. That one sits up though. So all this sand all the way down. This is the lower end of the beach. And just the forces of Mother Nature. I completely underestimated this storm. I didn't think this storm was going to be anything. I thought it was going to be kind of like Debbie. And it's truly humbled me in the sense that it makes me realize that I just, even though I have so much experience with all these different storms that I've encountered since I've been down here, about 15 of them, you still have absolutely no clue what could happen. I mean, this one was 150 miles per hour, or 150 miles away from us, and the outer bands beat us to death. Look at this amount of this sand that has come off of the beach. Unbelievable. So you got a parade going on down here. And we having fun because we got a Jeep. So all of this sand is sand that we desperately need for the beach. It's all washed out over onto the road, and it's a lot. It's a lot of sand. So I wonder what the rule is, whether they can just pick this up and put it back on the beach or not. I hope there's no crazy rule that says you can't do that, like it's contaminated or something. So here is a lot that we did. This is our Washington video, if you haven't seen it. And our silt fence was completely up in like pristine condition, and the hurricane just destroyed all that. It also knocked our sign over, and it filled this road up with debris. All this sand came from the ocean. So here we go. There's more sand there. What's up, chicken butt?
Hey.
Hey.
Are you back on the beach?
Yeah, I am on the beach.
Okay, well, I just had 2 people tell me that the hickory's closed now and you can't get on the beach.
Oh, really? It's not true.
Yeah.
I mean, we just came right through there 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago.
Jamel's not through there.
Oh, they're not letting him come through?
I don't know. I'm working my way down Benita Road. He's in traffic, but Rob just told me they wouldn't let him through. And I just had a contractor call me and tell me that it's closed. So now whether they're stupid and they just don't know what they're looking at, or it's actually closed. What
you need to do is call Jamel, tell him that your boss has an emergency. I need them to help me come clean my house up. I'm really old and I can't do it myself, and they're coming down to help me. That'll get them across.
Okay.
And then give them my address, 243 Estrelita.
Yep. All right.
Okay, thanks. That was on the live.
Yeah. It's true, you're old. You need help.
Well, I'm not as young as I used to be. So at any rate, I don't know. What do you think, Hudson? Should I talk all the time, or should I just we just go and look at stuff?
Tell me you want to stop talking? Oh my goodness.
Well,
something comes to mind, you can speak about it.
I'm always trying to add value, Hudson. Come on. So
that tree.
This is why my Jeep is so messy. You see all this slurry? Early this morning driving out here, I had it all over the place. The wheels were throwing it way up in the air. It was a lot. So that's the library. Again, if you're not familiar with where we're at, we're on Fort Myers Beach in Florida, in America. And we are just finishing up a drone video showing how much progress we've made since Ian. And one day before the anniversary, we get hit by this storm. This storm that was 100 miles away from us or more, maybe 150 miles. I wasn't watching the news, my internet went out. So all of this mess, all this debris down through here.
New text message from Talon Gordon.
So that's where the Chapel by the Sea used to be. Look at all this right here. This is our street. Look at how much dirt, how much sand is on this street. That's where I used to live when we first started removing pros. The house that used to be there to the left. Let's see what Talon had to say. It was open earlier. Hudson came across that there. You came across the other bridge.
Yeah, that one down there to the left or to the right.
So I'm gonna talk to Mike Slick. This is one of my neighbors.
There.
Hey there, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you guys?
I'll tell you what, that water was over your new seawall.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, missed my house by 4 inches. I saw it in a chair and watched it creeping towards the house, and I was having all these feelings of, a lot of them included cuss words, and
yeah.
So we're out actually filming live, doing all the mess that's on Stara Boulevard. So there was so much of this stuff where the ocean was washing directly over the lots and pushing sand onto Estero Boulevard. So there's big gigantic sand dunes. There's about 20 of them all the way down Estero Boulevard.
You know, I was catching bits and pieces of that just through feeds on Facebook. You know, I see a lot of your stuff that comes up, and Beach Talk Radio, those guys, and a few others. And you know, in the morning I was thinking, well, this isn't too bad. And then I was like, and as the day went on, I was like, wait, this isn't the worst of it. And watching it go into the evening, I kept thinking about you guys. I'm like, oh my gosh, not again. This is worse than a month or two ago when the water came up.
Yeah, so it literally it was starting to get up onto my pool deck, and it got to the little step up into my lanai, and then I was sitting there watching it, waiting for it to come on in the house, and I already put everything up a little higher. I figured it was going to be at the most a foot of a flood, and then it just started going the other way. And I'm like, thank God, thank God! I did not want to go through this again.
That was, you know, as you think from where I'm sitting, I'm thinking through all this and all reconstruction. I thought about Santini Plaza, but I kept coming back to you guys just because you're right there. You did such a great job getting everything remodeled. You're starting to enjoy it right now. And like, you know, we don't have anything to lose at this point, but the Lockwoods have all this renovation that they had completed, and I was just hoping, you know, that it wasn't going to get that high, that you guys, you know, it's the headache. You know, you went through it. It's the headache of, all right, you know what? Now we got to rip out drywall and do this and do that and
be living in a mess again. Yep.
I lived
it. I had plenty of time. The internet was out. I couldn't talk to anybody, couldn't hear anything about the news. And I'm just sitting there thinking, oh, this really sucks.
Yeah. Well, the good news is that, it's, you know, it didn't get that bad. You know what, the thing that I'm kind of struggling a bit with too is we've been going down there 30 years, and it's only recently in these last years that we're seeing this impact. You know, all the time we came down here, never remember water coming over the beaches, flooding the streets, sand everywhere. You know, we even when we were there in the old house, if a tropical storm came by, it was rain for 3 or 4 days, and you know the water would go over the dock, and you, I think like the most I ever saw was while we were there was maybe like 7-8 inches over the dock. Once in a while we'd come down and you could see a debris line higher up if we weren't down there for it, but this is just very frustrating.
Well, it's too much.
You know, to watch.
Too much.
Too much.
I might have to make a plan. I'm not. I love the location. I'm not going to move. So I just maybe I'm going to lift the house or something. I don't know. But I don't want to deal with this unless if this is going to happen. I mean, this is 4 times in 2 years. It's just too much. Yeah. Yep. I was thinking that too. Is, you know, they came in, they built that barrier of sand all the way down the beach, and I'm thinking, what did that do? Nothing. It's got to all be gone. Nothing. Yeah. Next to the strand view where Newton Park is, we just filmed this a minute ago. There is a seawall there, and it unearthed the seawall. It's a foot and a half on one side, 3 foot on the other side. The sand's gone on the beach side. There was no that seawall. You didn't even know it was there the whole time we tore down the strand view. Until now, and it's all unearthed, and all the sand is gone. It's. Have you been out on the beach side to see the beach side of Leonardo Arms, kind of up around the Bay Beach area and Santini in that area? Not recently, but I'll tell you what, with this storm, that water was over that. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, it's flooded, I guarantee you. Tina and I walked down there. Now, again, I've been going down there for 30 years, and that whole beach area was way out. I'm going to say it was a good 150 yards out at where, you know, on even at a high tide, you go out there and there was beach, and there was a little estuary there, kind of like you see at the more of the south end towards the pass. That little estuary went way up in front of the Riviera, across from Bay Beach and Fishtail Marina and that area. And we hadn't been down there for a while, but walked out there one day, and it had receded back so far, and that estuary was completely full. And then it kind of starts putting a lot of this stuff into perspective. Like Leonardo Arms they had no beach in front of them. It was just the seawall that they put in. And you're right, I was thinking that last night too, this water had to be over the top of that. That didn't do anything for them. Well, not only that, it probably undermined it. It just beat on it, like relentlessly beat on it for a period of time, you know? Yeah. So. Yeah. All right. Well, one of my guys is stuck. I need to call him. They're not letting him on. All right. Hey. All right. Hey, thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Glad you guys are well. All right. Take care. Thanks, Mike. Bye-bye. Yeah. Bye.
Hi, you've reached Helen. I'm unavailable on the phone this time, but if you leave your name and number, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
At the tone, please record your message.
This is the
When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1.
We're in the live looky-loo parade. We're giving a live while we're looky-looing.
We got a car full of 180 people.
So we're going to go, I guess I'll just go ahead and go down Bowditch since this is going to be all jammed up.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go over into this parking lot. They're cleaning that parking lot up. So here we go. We got us quite the mess here. Yes, Kenny.
Hi, Kitty.
We are live. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody. Are you guys enjoying the video? We can't answer that, but all right. Well,
Can you kind of help out with the answers and stuff on your end?
Yep, that's what I called to let you know.
Okay, thank you.
Bye bye.
Someone said Dave has a soothing voice. Keep talking.
Oh, cool. Call Jamal, see if they're letting him on or not. These guys think they own the place. So look at the size of the trench where they got that sitting. So they've got their skid steers out here cleaning this mess up. Look at
That's
how
a
thick
lot
this
of
one
sand.
is. This one is like 2 feet deep all the way over into Lagoon. And it's gonna take them a while to clean these up. They're pretty significantly big. That's a lot of sand. I hope they're putting the sand back on the beach. I just hope they are. Let me call Jamal.
Dang, look at those doings.
So Jamal is one of my crew leaders, and we're not busy enough right now. We're going to bring him down here, and we're just going to clean up stuff that these machines, they can pick up the sand, we'll pick up the debris, and maybe help them have a cleaner load to go dump right back onto the beach. Look at the amount of this sand. Is that unbelievable or what? Watch when we go over it. Watch how far up we go. Isn't that something?
Like a 2-foot dune.
Yeah. Right across the beach there, or right across the Stara Boulevard. Let's see where we at, Jamal. All right, so. So there's about 2 or 3 inches of sand all the way across this for about the football field. Yes, are they letting you on?
No.
They're
They
not.
told me try to go around, but
Why aren't they going to let you go on?
they said the road, they need to clear the road. They're trying to clear the road.
All right, let me grab this from Talon. Just do whatever he tells you to do, okay? Thanks. Yes, sir. I just talked to Jamal. They're not going to let him on. Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, not much we can do about it. We were going to help. Free help.
they're gonna go around the other way.
All right, well, let's see if they'll let him do that. They're clearing the road. We got a looky-loo parade going on, pretty big looky-loo parade. So it's getting in the way. Now they got to manage traffic along with using bobcats to clean this stuff up.
Yeah, well, the issue is I already got a call from Potter to get a skid steer out to Hickory to get the island cleaned up, and now they're not letting us on the island.
Well, they'll let
So,
you just
They're costing me money.
just drop the skid steer up and just take it. They're not going to stop a skid steer driving by.
Yeah.
So,
I just don't know where I'm gonna drop it at.
drop it in the parking lot over by Bayfront, and then take the truck back to the shop.
No, I was just gonna have them. They're already in Fort Myers. Just gonna have them come up to the north end of the bridge, north end of Fort Myers Beach.
All right, that's cool. I'll go back there in just a minute and make sure we can get across it. Okay.
Okay.
And then if we can, I'll go talk to the police and say, look, I got a skid steer coming to clean up road frontage that you guys won't have to deal with. So they should let us by. Okay.
All right.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks.
So this is how I got my Jeep so dirty. So we're pulling down here to Bowditch Point. This is the park at the north end of Fort Myers Beach. Got a couple trees down there. Got let's see. I've been back in that parking lot this morning. There's nothing going on back there, so we'll just keep going around here. Not so much washed out over here. So there's that building. Too bad that didn't knock that thing over so we could get rid of that eyesore. Knocking over these fences and stuff here. And this is like a mud slurry mix. Kind of makes you think about when you're up north and the snow starts to melt and you got that sand and the salt and the slurry, and this stuff gets all over everything and it makes a mess. I mean, we can't even open up the door handles on this Jeep without getting a handful of mud or sandy mud. So everybody's running around getting things cleaned up. We're back at it again. We're going to be really good at this. Getting lots of practice. So before these buildings, most of these buildings are empty. Before they even are before people are even living in them again, we're getting hit by another significant event. That car right there, I saw him yesterday cruising around, and they were going really fast in the water, and they were pushing the water. And when you push the water like that, it gets up into your air intake. If you're going to drive through water, go through it slow. If you push water up in there, it gets around your engine and gets sucked into the intake, you're going to block your motor up, or you're going to hurt your car. So if you're going to drive in water, do it slow, or do it in an SUV, and don't get into a lot of water. Yesterday I started coming down the island and I was in so much water, and the water was rushing over from the ocean, and I remember seeing visions in my mind of seeing people on videos
New text message from Kenneth Christie AV guy.
where they're trying to go across a river. We're out of juice.
Oh no. Go spin on it.
Yeah, man, I meant to get that when I went to the
I got a water bottle.
drive-through. So, what was I talking about? Remember?
Not really.
Well, driving through water too fast. You know,
Oh, yeah.
oh, so I'm in the water. The current is rushing off of the ocean at such a level that it was pushing on the Jeep. And, you know, last thing I want to do is to end up getting swamped with water or getting shoved into the canal because of the current. So I started back out to do some more video, and I thought better of it and decided not to do it. So I went back to the house and stayed there the rest of the night. So here we go. Woohoo! That was fun. You think I should get water up on there?
Oh my god.
There you go. That might clean it up.
That worked.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Hit it.
Yeah, didn't clean the windshield off though.
Got free dirt trails.
Yeah.
Thank you, Storm.
So anyway, I went back to the house and I stayed there the rest of the night. I did not want to get, I didn't want to get into that 4 foot of water. I just didn't think that was going to end well. So.
Do you know how high the water got here on the beach?
I was in water. I don't know what the elevation was. You want to do it out the window or something? I was in,
Then they might not be able to hear you that well.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
New text message from Kenneth Christie AV guy.
Isn't that cool?
Hey, roll up my window.
That's cool.
Thank you, guy. Free beach car wash.
That's funny. So we're doing a live, driving down the street. Somebody comes out and says, "Hey, you want me to rinse your windows off for you?" awesome. So we can see out the windows again. Hey, thanks a lot. We're trying.
you're welcome.
We're doing a live.
Huh?
We're doing a live.
Oh,
You just helped us out because we couldn't see out.
Huh?
We couldn't see out.
No, I could see that. You was just holding there saying, I could just as I help you.
You're awesome. Thank you.
Just a second, I'll take the rest.
Okay, let me shut the window. Thank you.
He's foreign. He's got an accent.
That's cool. He's very nice to us. I
European.
appreciate that. You think you knew what I meant when I said we were doing a live?
Go again?
You think you knew what I meant?
I don't know.
We're making a mess on there.
Oh, I got a dog.
Thank you. Thank you. Is there anything behind us? That's the question.
Now we can see all angles.
Well, that was fun. That's a first. Here's somebody else helping someone out. They're pulling them out. You know what? I don't have any tow straps in here. I should put one in here. So earlier I drove through there. I didn't know any better. I thought it was a driveway.
It is now.
You want to go up into that parking lot?
Yeah, we can check it out.
So on one of the lives yesterday, I was over here right up against the ocean, and the water was pushing all this debris out here. See all this debris? So all that, and we're right up against the ocean. It's still right here. So that just means that it's washed away a bunch of the sand, because it really shouldn't be this close. Although we're still getting wind. Look at that. So look at the damage that was caused right here. See this right here? See their wall and that washout all around their pool, all the washout around their pool. So I don't know if that's left over from Ian or if that's a new thing that just happened. But there they are. That I remember coming down here when Logan was a baby. We stayed there, and that beach was 150, 200 feet out. So all of this right here, we were over here. There were people surfing yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting to see. So he's having a hard time pulling him out, huh? So this is Lynn Hall Park. Used to be a big old building here that had water, or not water, but...
New text message
you
from
use the
Kenneth
bathroom.
Christie AV Guy.
You can use the bathroom in there. It had bathrooms and a little... no, I think that's all it had within it was bathrooms. So here you are. These people are cleaning up around here. All of this sand... Look at how deep the sand is there. Look, besides those garbage cans.
Yeah, man, I can
See how deep it is? That's how deep the sand is in here. And all this sand needs to go right back out there onto the beach. Hopefully there's not a rule that says you can't do that. And these garbage cans, they're concrete. So that storm was bad to the bone. Look at the debris on the beach. There were white caps. There were the water splashing against those pilings was incredible to see. Look at look at the mess we have over on Times Square. Look at how much sand is built up there. Isn't that crazy? It's a good thing these guys got their trailers out of here. I bet that trailer's ruined. And then I bet they flooded again. God bless them. So all that fence is gone that was around the old Dairy Queen. I'm sure that clock was getting water up on it. So all of this sand all belongs on the beach. And it's all over here. So Kenny texted us about something. There's over 300 people watching. Cool.
450.
So hey, we'd love if you would subscribe. We have about 5 videos that are, I don't know if they're already loaded up yet or not, at different stages of this storm. So I guess they're forcing everybody to go through this way. I don't know what's going on, so we're gonna go this way.
It's a pain in the butt.
So we'll go back up around Crescent the other way. So anyway, if you'd like and subscribe, we'd appreciate it. We love what we do here. We love this demolition business that we're in. We love bringing you this edutainment, and also sharing with you our lives and some of the things that we get to do that are really, really cool. Like going into these buildings and repurposing stuff instead of just throwing everything away. And so at any rate, somebody up there decides they want to get directions or something while the rest of us wait. Very cool. So we were working in this building yesterday. There was, it got flooded again. That sucks. John, maybe you need to raise the floor in there about 3 feet and make little ramps to walk in.
You're not kidding. That's the whole place. That definitely got flooded.
All right, they're letting us get through maybe over here. Are they blocking off the road? All right, here we go. So we can go through this way now. We'll get back up Crescent Street. So just would love it if you would subscribe. Give us a comment. Let us know where you're from. Let us know if you got anybody down here that's going through this mess with us. So if you missed this earlier, my house, I sat there and watched the water get within, it got all the way up to my house, but it didn't get up to 4 inches or 5 inches to get into the house. And I sat there and watched it, and then I just, the blessing happened, and that was Ed Ryan cleaning out the Wahoo Willie's helping out, cleaning it out. So we, I watched it get really close, and then I watched the water start to recede, and I can't tell you how excited I was about that. I did not want to go through another situation with all of that. We did get 4 units flooded out of our Airbnbs. One of them had about a foot in it. The other also had a foot in it. And just in the lanai, little bit in the units. So we're getting all that cleaned up. So this part of the island is still flooded here. The water is sitting. That's caused by the canal over here is really low, and the water gets over here first, it seems like. The water from here all the way to Bowditch, in the middle of the storm yesterday afternoon, I drove down there, and I was in 1 foot to 2 foot of water the whole way. So Looks like Matanzas did all right. Doesn't look like they got water inside. Matanzas is this is Matanzas on the bay. So they're elevated enough. I guess they know when certain storms come in, because a lot of these buildings in this area are elevated just enough that they don't seem like they really get flooded. So this is that crescent light up here working against us.
It wasn't working 20 minutes ago.
It was off
Yeah.
when you came on the island.
Yeah.
Did you have any trouble coming on the island?
No, other than the sand dunes.
So
Some nails in the road.
nobody was stopping you coming this way?
No.
Well, it looks like they're out in full force getting the sand off of the streets. A lot of these sand dunes they're too steep for a car to go across, but most of them, there is a path close by that you can get by. I don't think any of them are all the way across the road anymore. Somebody must have taken a piece of equipment and ran down there and cleaned it up. So right here, they've got a pump running. They got the pump sticking down into this sewer over here. So this is just standing water, and they're probably pumping it into that canal behind us. Doesn't look like the pump's running though, because that hose on the back of it should be full, so it must not be running. Yes, sir.
Hey, real quick, I didn't know if you guys had access to that restaurant, the Mexican restaurant we stopped at the other day and that they're remodeling.
We do. The doors are open, but nobody's around. I was going to walk in there, but I didn't want to do that without asking John. So here we are.
Okay.
Look up in here and look up in there. You see the mess that was made for the Margaritaville. So they got guys out here cleaning up the rocks all the way down. They just put all these rocks in.
You can see the water line,
Oh my gosh, look at the water line up on that building.
the mud line.
Huh.
Hi, I'm going back to watching. You got over 500 viewers.
All right, cool.
All right,
Thank
bye.
you. So with that water line, that means that those garages were getting water inside of them, which means that there's a mess inside of there. These, when the water comes up, it brings debris with it. So right now, seems like they've closed down both ends of the island, and they're trying to get people to stay off the island and give themselves enough time to get these sand dunes off of the streets. And I understand why they want to do that, because it's going to take longer. It's going to take longer to get everything done if they have to manage traffic on top of it. But I don't know. At this point, I guess it really doesn't matter, because they're managing traffic no matter what. So it's just the speed of the traffic moving along at this point, which they don't care if they're wasting our time. So here comes the police, and I want to make sure they don't splash me. So this Jeep, oh my God, it's never been this dirty before. My wife's gonna kill me. So Angie is in Indianapolis. We were going to a wedding that is tomorrow, and because of all the Angie and I have been married for a couple of years, so this is her son. I went to her one son's wedding. All three of our sons got married all in the same year. It's kind of interesting. One in January, one in August, and one in September. So, but I can't make it up there. I've got too many messes to deal with these Airbnbs and getting them back on the air so that we can make money with them. We've got to have them ready for season. We make all our money on the Airbnbs during season. During out of season, we are feeding them, and we don't. The market's down right now, and it looks like they just sat through the light. Yeah, looks like the traffic's jammed up over here. So all these cars will go, and then all those cars will go, and then we'll be good. So your cameraman today, Hudson, just did 5 hours of drone footage, and we're bringing a video showing all the positive progress that we've made since Ian. And the timing for this is, I don't know what about the timing for this. I can't think of what the timing is, if it's good or it's bad. But we're going to put that video, we're hoping to put the video out by tomorrow, right on the anniversary of the 2 years since Ian hit. And it's pretty interesting. There's a lot of new houses. And I guess due to the time that it takes for, after something like this happens, for people to get situated, to get their plans, to get their permits, to get their contractor, and to get underway. So a lot of them are just ripe enough that they're just getting to the point where the exteriors are painted and they look amazing. It was such a dramatic thing over the last 3 months, because I think we did that video 3 or 4 months ago.
New text message from Kenneth Christie AV guy.
So, and now all of those houses are getting completed, and it looks so much better down here. I mean, before this happened. There's John Ricard right there. That guy's worth $1 bajillion. You never know it just to see him. He owns a lot of this property around here. So, yeah, these guys need to get a little more aggressive, or just ignore these green lights or these red lights. There's no reason to stop. There's no place to go the other way. So there's Link News up in front of us. Kenny, we're going to find somebody to stop and talk to as soon as we run somebody. They want to see the water line again. Did you see that?
Yeah, I pointed it out.
So we're past where the water line was. The water line wasn't this far up the street.
You can still see it on the poles right there a little bit.
Okay, I take it back. There was water all the way up here. Obviously, I turned around when we got into that really bad part of the storm, and I don't know how far up the water level is, so that's a lot. That's a foot.
That's pretty crazy.
And normally the water, when there's flooding, or the last storms where it flooded, the flooding didn't start for another 100 feet or 200 feet back behind us. So we're stuck on Crescent Street for a red light that's controlling absolutely nothing. I don't know why these people don't just consider it a state of emergency and just go. All these rule followers. So Hudson did this video. It's I'm going to do the voiceover on it today, and we're going to get it out by tomorrow night. And it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting to see how much progress has been made. I mean, there is really a lot of progress. It's very encouraging. The cool thing about all that progress is those are all buildings that were built. I shouldn't say all. The majority of those are new buildings that were built, and they're raised. So this right here is a complete non-event for a building like that. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. I mean, it makes your garage floor dirty. You might get a little bit of damage, nothing significant. But the amount of damage that it causes to these houses, these grade level houses. So that means this building right here for Margaritaville flooded, their pool flooded, which means they're going to have a dirty pool again. All of this landscape block that they just put in just got washed out. Right here, all this stuff that was, all the debris that was sitting on these lots is all out here in the street. Tuna Skin's getting their parking lot all cleaned up. They got a team of guys out here doing that. And we're going to sit in traffic while they stop us long enough to let the traffic go by while they're cleaning up these sandbars that are been put out onto the street. Literally, the water was running across the street sideways to the point in some of these, on some of these lots that were a little bit lower than other lots, and on some of the pedestrian accesses to the beach. There was enough water coming across that I was in the Jeep going across the water, and it was It was pretty intimidating, actually. The water was building up on one side of the Jeep. I was following another vehicle, and I just thought, you know, and this was like in the height of the storm. I should say the beginning of the height of the storm. I say the height of the storm. My tarp over the top of my boat got ripped off, and it was flapping back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I went over and looked at it, and I thought, well, that thing's toast. And I got to looking at it. Even with all of that wind, those straps that are sewn into that thing, it was handling it just fine. So finally it got to the point where I could get a hold of it, and I grabbed part of it and I held it on to a piling, and I let this wind beat. I was in 4 foot of water standing on my dock, and I stood there for almost an hour while the tarp beat itself free. I couldn't reach it. I tried taking a knife and taping it onto an extension pole, but I couldn't get the knife there just right, and I didn't want to poke a hole in the tarp. So I sat there for an hour and did this. And by the way, that is very therapeutic for your body to be in the water like that. That's salt water. Just felt so good. My one ankle's been swollen up, and the swelling's all gone. So at any rate, it finally beat itself free. So I've got this 50-foot long tarp that's 20 foot wide, and I'm pulling it in the water, and you wouldn't believe how heavy that was. So I'm pulling it in the water, and I got it up by my door, and that saved me $4,000 because I'm gonna have to put that back on. The next time we have something where they say 35-mile-per-hour winds, I'm just gonna cut it free, and then we'll put it back up. I don't want to go through that again. I could have got hurt. I could have got pulled out into the water. There's a lot of things that could have happened. I was really careful about it. But it's what an amazing in the sense that just a lot going on. And for the last 24 hours, it's just, oh my God. And who would have ever thought that a storm that far away would have this much power on its outer bands? What do they call that? The dirty side of the storm, where it's that southeast corner when the storms are going up this coast. It packs all the power. Well, it had all that water being forced into the island, and it was going right up and over the island. So we're heading back to the Strandview. That's where we parked. The Strandview gates are all knocked down. They need to be repaired. I guess we'll get a hold of them and let them know that. The Strandview elevation, we kept the elevation high enough on that just to make sure that something like this wasn't going to wash everything away, and we lucked out on that. Newton Park, if you get a chance, you're from here, go down and check it out. There's a seawall at the end of Newton Park, right by the ocean, and who knew it was there? I didn't notice it was there before. It's a foot exposed on one side, and on the other side, close to the ocean, it's 3 foot exposed. Unbelievable, just unbelievable the amount of sand that got displaced. So they have all these crews working right now. This is the 4th or 5th one I've seen, and they're just shoveling this stuff up, throwing it into trucks, and I hope that they're dumping it back on our beach. I hope. Please, dump it on the beach. We need it. So hopefully there's not some rule that says that they can't do that. Does anybody know? Does anybody know if there's a rule that says that they can't just go ahead and put this beach sand right back on the beach? So there's a bunch of dump trucks. Those are pre-positioned so they can keep running the debris. Those look like they're Lee County owned trucks, so Lee County's doing this fast response. This is a vacuum truck, and what the vacuum truck is doing is he's getting these sewer lines opened up so that they're not going to have backups. And this is going to be a long process because they're going to have to get the sand out of these pipes. That guy's texting and walking into traffic. I'm like that. So this guy. So this is the diamond head here. Yes, sir.
Hey, does it look like they have hickory blocked off or no?
You're talking about we never got to go over the bridge. They had us in a traffic snarl. I would think that they're blocking it off because they're trying to get all this sand off the road and everybody's in the way. So
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't go over the bridge. I didn't want to take the chance. I'm sorry. I didn't want to take a chance. They wouldn't let me back on.
It didn't look like there was many people coming off the bridge.
Didn't
when we
look
were
like
in there.
anybody was coming on the bridge. And this is a traffic snarl. I don't know what. I don't know. Probably can come and clean and mess up starting tomorrow, maybe or Monday. There's stuff all along the streets that they can't get on.
So what do we do with Camille? He's coming out. He's about to get on him. Come over.
You could probably send him back over to help out with Big Ben. What do you think of that?
Oh, I have work he can do. I'm asking. If
Just
you
go.
want him to come clean the
We
beach.
tried to volunteer. They made it too hard. You know.
You can get on the. You can get on the beach from the north end. That's no problem.
Then do it, and then I'll meet them at Strandview and show them where to get started. There's all kinds of debris
Okay.
that needs to be cleaned up.
Yeah, no, I was asking about the bridge by your house.
What about it?
That's the one I was asking about.
I'm sorry, I didn't listen very well. What did you ask me?
I was
about?
asking if you can get over the bridge by your house.
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I know they can get on Fort Myers Beach. I'm trying to make sure they can get from Fort Myers Beach onto Lovers Key, Hickory. That's what I
Yeah.
was trying to
Well,
make sure.
by then they'll be able to. They're cleaning this up. They'll have this cleaned up by 4 or 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And the part that's really bad is all down there. This up here is not bad at all. So as soon as they get past where they're working, they'll be fine going back home to meet it.
Okay.
And that's
All right,
just
I'll
that's
call
just
you
a,
as
that's
soon as
just a
he-
guess. I'm pretty sure of it though.
All right. I'll have Jamel call you as soon as he gets over the bridge.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right.
All right, so we're bringing one of our crews over here. We're gonna go down the street and we're gonna look for debris anywhere and just pick it up. There's little spots where there's a whole bunch of debris, and we're gonna clean that up. Just
Kenny said to ask you about the crane that fell down.
to do. Is it the crane fell down?
Yeah, do you know anything about that?
I know that one of the cranes that they dropped down had scooted sideways and was looking like it was like, in a bad position. And I know they didn't put it that way. And I'm absolutely certain that the wind blew it. And, to blow something like that and turn it sideways, something that has 69 tons on the back of it, from the leverage is just amazing. I don't know if that's what he was talking about. I had said something to him about that yesterday. So these are big piles here. These are really little piles compared to what's back there. So let's take a look at the Junkanoo and let's see what happened here. So the Junkanoo, okay, so it got more undermined. Part of the decking fell off and is in the parking lot. So down here there's all kinds of.
Is that a Hellcat Jeep?
This right here?
Uh-huh.
This is a 396 Jeep. So we're actually going out on the beach a little bit just to see.
Yeah.
So that's how much the beach is washed out. So it's hard to tell until the tide goes out to see how much of it's washed out. Here it is, washed out right here in front of us. Go around this. Gotta pick your debris to go through to try to make sure you don't poke your tires. So I'm going back up here, see all the sand that's on this parking lot. This is all sand from the beach that, they could definitely use it on the beach. So I remember when we used to come down here, you had to walk quite a ways. Over here to the right is where the Great Coconut used to be. And looks like people are finding some pretty good shells right there. Oh, I gotta go. Got a good shell?
I got a monster. It's bigger than my hand.
No kidding. Angie might buy
One
that.
piece.
from you.
Whoa, I'll sell it.
She might be going out. She might go dead on there. likes shells. You just look at our yard. We have a shell yard. Everybody else has rock yards or whatever. We have shell.
Yeah, I know. I like it. It's pretty.
So every time we go out to the beach, we'll shell it and get a bag or two, and then she takes them back and positions them properly on our lot. So another sand dune here. It's a Kia. So we're over here doing the four-wheel drive Jeep thing. How you like that? What do you think, Hudson? Is that fun?
Oh yeah. I want one.
Think we can get a ticket for it?
Nah.
I'm sure they'll call it reckless driving or something. Say, how can it not be reckless? There's 2 foot of sand on the beach.
There's no more road to drive on.
So coming through here on the video that I already posted, there were rivers coming across this early on in the early afternoon yesterday before the wind started really hitting us from the side. So there were rivers of water coming across, and it's truly impressive, just the significant amount of water and what it can do. Look at all this sand. Now these are these high-end fancy houses. Look at them. They still get damage. They are elevated. They got to dry them out. Now if they did it per the code and they don't have a built-out lower area, then what they have here is just a small minor inconvenience, which is the way the code wants. And they don't want every time there's a storm to be all these insurance claims. So this is always in four-wheel drive. So you don't kick it in and out of four-wheel drive. It's always in four-wheel drive. Four-wheel drive high. So if you look over here, you got quite a few new builds. Got a lot of these houses, so that would have flooded again. That would have had water in it again if it was built out.
Yeah, I haven't seen a Cybertruck yet.
Look at the amazing amount of sand that came off of that.
I think someone on this island owns a Cybertruck and lives here.
There's a black one and there is a silver one.
Because I see it a lot coming here. But I haven't seen them today.
Look at all the water that's got trapped over there. That water is ocean water trapped over there. There's no place for it to go. That's the Baptist church. They're about ready to tear that house down. And I don't know if they're going to have to everybody's supposed to move their trailers and temporary structures off the island by the 18th of November. Now look at this. We are up on a mound of sand that is 1.5 foot, right on the middle of this terrible boulevard. Right here, look at this. Look at how much sand there is. Look at that washout. Isn't that incredible? Let's see if anybody follows us. I guess they didn't follow us. They didn't want to have fun. So there's the sheriff. And there it is. Somebody got stuck. It's a shame we don't have a...
She's been there for a minute.
It's a shame we don't have a strap with us. I'll put one in here. I got them in my truck. It was all fun until you got stuck. I don't have one. I'd pull him out if I had a...
Pull him out with?
You got a strap? I don't have one with me, no. Sorry. Bummer. Could have been a hero.
No kidding. Missed our chance.
We can't help it.
Kenny said, dang, that would have been a good video.
Yeah, well, we'll go get a strap. So is this guy stuck too? Oh, he's got it. Oh, I bet that thing's ruined.
Oh, yeah.
So look down this street here.
driver doesn't carry a strap in their Jeep.
Amen to that.
For real.
That's because if Angie knew I was pulling people out, she would be happy. This is her foo-foo Jeep. This is a street Jeep. Although we'll start taking the truck. The truck's got straps in it. Here we go. Partially up on here. Here you go. Hooty hoo! There's the debris. Oh, this one's straight up. Look at this guy. He's gonna go around.
He's sick of our crap.
Yeah. He doesn't understand. He's gonna keep going. I just had the AC on. I mean, he can't take a joke. We're just joking. We're having fun.
Where's he gotta go so fast?
We got a lot of work coming up. Yes, sir.
Hey, your microphone's dead.
Oh, we don't have one.
We don't have a
We've been running off the phone the whole time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, so this is the wall I was talking about. We were here earlier. Hopefully, if you didn't see this before, this wall is, point it out. So this wall is,
I gotta stay
been
close to
unearthed, by this storm. And the wall, you might have been able to see the cap. If you look at it, come over here close to it. So all of this was covered up. You didn't see any of it. Look at that. That wasn't like this before this hurricane. It wasn't like that. We just did the strand view, which is next door, and that wall with just the cap of it, and that's undermined as well, or that's been exposed as well. So that's how much sand has been pulled out from this storm. If you look at it all the way down, it's almost like this is a lot of sand, a lot. And then we're still getting the effects. This is not a normal for us. We don't have white caps. We don't have water rushing in real strong like this all the time. We do have it during storms, but not normally. Normally the Gulf is very calm. We got all this water and it's washing away our sand. It sucks. What do you think about the
Yeah, we're taking this thing to the car wash.
Ready?
Yeah, we can call it here.
All right,
roll
so-
up the window so it's good audio.
So basically, we appreciate you tagging along with us. We just wanted to show you a little bit about what we're experiencing right now. This guy right here in front of us, he is doing like a home watch check for somebody that's living up north. He does a lot of work here. He's a really good contractor. He's reasonably priced. He's got a great reputation.
He said, keep going, keep going.
Yeah, who's saying that, Kenny?
Uh-huh.
How many are on there?
We got like 800, 750 right now. You want to go to Ocean Harbor and drive around there?
You want to go away the end and on the back?
What's my battery at? I know we're running low. I got 27%. Let's just go until it dies
Okay.
or gets close.
All right, we're going to keep going. So thank you, Hudson. This was, well, that was good.
What the heck?
Yeah, what
Oh,
was
you
that?
got some sort of metal caught in the wheel, but it's gone now. It's out. There's that thing.
Yes, sir.
Hey, if the gates open at Ocean Harbor right there, will you drive through that whole area?
We'll do it. We'll do it. We're gonna run through right now.
We want to see the pool because they're supposed to open the pool on Saturday.
All right. If anybody on the live has got any pool and can make sure that our guys can get on the beach here, we're gonna send them down here and pick up all this debris, this big debris. If you got some pool or you know a little secret, or can we get across the other bridge? They wouldn't let us across the Bonita side, even though we were coming over to do some volunteer work. So we got some standing water, and we're looking at their pool area. A lot of mud on your courts.
Here, can you roll me down? Thanks.
So I don't know where the pool area is. So a lot of your courts have mud on them from this storm. You guys got a lot of debris.
Here's the pool.
You got a lot of debris that was floating around that's in here. I got a lot of that behind my house. A lot of mulch and stuff that's all over behind my house. You got your porta potty laying on its side. Your pool. Jump out there and look at it. Yeah. All right, we're gonna take a look at the pool. Hudson's gonna walk out and look at that. Yes, sir, London.
Hey, how long do you think we need to let these?
Oh, my finger was on the camera. At least they stacked all the chairs. Let's go exploring, huh? You'll come pick me up. That's crazy.
So does it look like they got a washout over there?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Kenny said that's normally all grass. It's not supposed to be a lake.
Yeah. Well, these are called, they're retention ponds. They're set up this way.
Right.
To keep water on site for a certain period of time. It's part of the code. So a lot of their porta potties and all that stuff's on their sides, their tables, they move over.
Can you drive behind the other building?
Yeah, we'll drive behind. Sometimes I feel like I'm Kenny's personal bodyguard. Or
Assistant.
personal assistant.
He's bossing the boss around.
Why are you bossing the boss around? Look at the size. Look at the size of that iguana. Look at this. You see it? See him hunkering down?
Oh my goodness. Big man.
He's like, no, I'm gonna play incognito. He's out for a little stroll. So is this boardwalk normally all open like that? Yeah, it looks like it is.
This is new. It's looking good here. Oh, backs.
Look, there's a boat up into the mangroves over there.
Oh yeah.
So we got
That's
one,
new.
one casualty, one boat casualty. This place really looks good compared to what it did look like. It's come a long way.
We're driving around Fort Myers Beach right now, taking a look at what Helene did.
No!
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead. Okay, we're on a live with one of your residents that just asked us to drive through and give them a resident. Huh?
Who's that?
Huh?
Who's the resident?
You figure it out.
Who's the resident?
You figure it out. No, no. What's her name? What's Christy's
What's the
mom?
resident's name?
What's
Well,
Christy's
Kitty,
name?
what's your mom's name? give
No,
us
whack
give us a
job,
few
dude.
Well,
seconds.
no, it's private property, sir.
They asked us to come and look at it on our
Christy.
YouTube live.
That's fine.
Christy.
We know, I know,
Christy.
Christy,
There you go. How
yeah.
you like that? You're a jerk.
Fuck you, buddy.
How you like that?
I didn't think he was serious.
He's the HOA president, I bet.
He's got a problem.
He's calling the police. I'm like, well, hold on, let me pull over and wait.
Must be having a bad couple of nights.
Like somebody with a $100,000 Jeep is gonna be over here casing the joint, you know?
Yeah. You weren't even revving your engine in there. You saved that for out here.
All right, so more sand all over the place. More. These parking lots are holding water. All these buildings are still not occupied. God, I'm out of juice. So look at all this debris in the road here. So this is the kind of stuff we'll come and we'll clean this stuff up. That makes it easier for them guys when they clean up the sand. They're just getting sand, and hopefully they can go just put it right back on the beach. So look at this, all their fences got knocked down. This is another building that still hasn't got, it's not occupied yet. And, their parking lots have gotten flooded from this hurricane. So we're getting to the part of the beach where there were rivers of water going across the road, and you'll see it up here. I'll show you. This is where I was at when I was coming the other direction, and I was fearful that it was going to either push me over into one of these canals or it was going to turn the vehicle over. So there's such a strong current coming through. So right here, these were like rivers of salt water coming across the stairway. Look at how much sand is on the ground here. So, and then these things are full over here. We got kind of a parade going on, a whole bunch of people behind us. So, and then right here, you're looking at, this is all sand, and these are the pedestrian accesses for the beach, and a lot of them have a lower elevation, and they ended up they turned them into just points of entry for the water. So coming across here, I was in like a foot and a half of water. Up here further, the elevation must be lower. I was in about 2 to 3 foot of water. At one point, I think I was definitely in 3 foot of water, and it looked like it was getting more and more and more. And the waves were crashing around. There was like white caps all the way over here. and then you could see a constant stream of debris coming along with all of the water. So these whoop-de-doos are basically they're sand that has come from, like right here, there was a river flowing through here from the ocean.
Holy crap, look at those trash cans.
You know, those trash cans, when I was here and you watch them on the video, they did not have that much sand on them. Because I was between those on one of my videos. So my buddy right there, he's building up, but he's keeping his first floor. And I'm wondering if he flooded. There's H.C. Joe. He's done a tremendous amount of jobs on this beach after the hurricane, so he's down here picking up business. So these fences for all of these construction companies are all beat up. So again, everywhere through here, when I came through yesterday afternoon, I got all the way down to about down there, and I turned around and I'm coming back through here, and the water, it looked like each time I got to one of these pedestrian washouts, I was fearful that it was going to get pushed over or swamp the engine. I didn't want to get that to happen. So look at how deep this is. This is about a foot higher than the other sand, and I don't know how deep that sand is. Again, right in here, this is the area I was talking about. This area right here, I was in like 3 foot of water. So
Talk about how I just filmed some of the aftermath today with the drone. We'll make that into a video.
So we came down with the drone. Hudson is going to go back and he's going to throw this up. It's going to be a raw video. We're just going to throw up all this stuff raw because it takes too much time to edit it, and we want to get it out right away. So you see this little swath here? Well, that swath of sand is sitting on the beach. This thing here just sold for like, I don't know, $15 million. It's brand new. Gary Lau built it. He's one of the premier builders on Fort Myers Beach. So we're up on top of a sandbar, more or less. Yes, Xfinity, fix my internet. So all of this, all caused by the ocean flowing directly across here. So that's the Catholic Church right there. The Catholic Church, they say they're going to be rebuilding. I didn't go back in here before. I don't know what kind of a mess there is. So this didn't really carry any water across. There's just a little bit of a mess here. So this must be a little bit elevated. So this particular street, I think this is called Gulf Street. So it's not got anything significant on it. We could be Jeep like and go through there.
I hope it'll be so much fun.
Windler. How's your battery?
22.
All right, so this live is going to go until Hudson's battery is dead. So that's, I don't know how long that's going to be. When you're down to 20%, you don't get much more. So right there, that debris there, we'll come pick that up. So things like that, we can cut in half, throw them up in our dump trailer. I'm just waiting for the guys to be able to get on the island. They had to go around the long way. They wouldn't let them on the island from the other way. It's very frustrating. Events. You can't get your help on the island. You can't get on the island. It's an aggravating thing. Hopefully we don't have a nail in our tire. You hear that tick, tick, tick,
Yeah,
tick, tick, tick.
I do.
That is. Normally the treads are so thick on this, even if we get a nail, it's not. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, the car.
Look at this one. These guys, I saw them and told them not to come up here in that they were going to ruin their car, and there's
They didn't make it far.
So, a lot of these side streets they're flooded. So there's the dolphin that we tore down, and here's the mess that was made because of that. So that canal was over this whole area. So the water was under this whole area from that canal. So this house would have got flooded again. So all this water that we're in right now, this is all ocean water coming from the ocean. So, I don't know whether this is ocean water too or not. But there's stuff out the road here.
You can roll my window up. I'm getting a lot.
Are you getting a lot of water? Sorry.
Yeah. Now it's your turn.
Gotta get a little juice.
Yeah, I cleaned us. Nice.
So, is there any questions anybody wants to have answered? Is there anything that you want to know that we might know?
Do you know where the you know that bird cam, the live bird feed of the bird nest sitting on the pole? No.
Where's it at? Tell me where it's at.
I don't know where it's at either. That's what I was wondering if you knew. People keep asking about it.
Yeah, I'll find out.
I know it exists. I just don't know where it's at. The live stream's down. They want us to check on the birds.
All right, so we are.
And they want to see more of the Jeep.
This is the north end, or south end of the beach. There's not that much debris. There was definitely water coming across. It just didn't have any force to it. And it was very flooded. All this was flooded. All of this had water all over it. And it's drained away pretty good. When we stopped here yesterday and we went out by the beach, the whole beach was covered. So now it's not covered now. It was not completely, mostly. There was just this one hump. So this was all covered, and and so okay, so that's not normal for our beach. You see this?
New text message from
water?
Rhonda neighbor on Estrella.
So this water is not normal to be here. Normally these are big, gigantic sand, and so a lot of the sand's washed away here as well. So I'm gonna turn around again.
If they got flooded out, or if they're just exploring.
No, I think they're out there.
Yeah, I think so. They got a window down.
They're trespassing.
No.
That's funny.
Fishtail Marinas.
That guy. Bump the law, look at me. I'm the HOA president. I'm going to tell you what to do. That's so funny. You could have started with, "Hey, are you here for a certain reason?" He's done all kinds of stuff, but he wanted to be an a-hole.
Yeah, the way he came at us, I didn't think he was serious.
I thought he knew we were live camming and came out and wanted to say hi.
All right. I was just being a friendly neighbor saying, what's up?
Yeah. That's so funny. It's not funny. It's unbelievable. That's why I don't have condos. You get too many of these people that were popular in high school and they want to be like El Jefe Mundo of the HOA. This thing got a life. Got to get a life, man. Don't retire. Do something you love. Do something you love and you'll never work another day in your life.
Is Fishtail Marina the one under the bridge back there?
Fishtail Marina is right behind the Santini Plaza.
Okay, so what we just passed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does somebody have a question about that?
Yeah, how it looks.
All right,
They-
we'll
they
run
still
back
did-
there. We're gonna run up, look at the bridge and all these cranes, how they got them all cranked down so that they won't fall over. And unfortunately, the water. You know what? I could just stop by the house and fill this up with water. This water.
Yeah, we're at 18. We're coming down to the wire.
All right, we're getting there. So we're gonna hump it down, show you the bridge, show you what they're doing with that, and show them how they got these things down so that they would not fall over in the storm, which is a possibility. I don't know much about cranes. I don't know how much wind they can take. But the one, if it's still there, you'll see it. It's turned. It wasn't like that. It's turned like 2 feet over towards the water. And I'm wondering if the leverage of that boom is enough that it could scoot over something that big with 35 mile per hour winds. Well, the winds were 35 mile per hour with gusts. I don't know. I didn't follow the news. But there was definitely gusting. I heard it took 70 mile per hour winds to pull those covers off the boat lifts, canopies, but
This side of the island looks pretty clean.
yeah, this
It's
looks
not too
good.
bad.
The elevation out here is higher than it is anywhere else on the island. So here you go, all these multi-million-dollar cranes. They laid them down. I'm going to pull your lens down. They laid them down so that this hurricane didn't knock them over. So you got that one and that one. I think they got 7 of these or 5. Some crazy number of how expensive they are. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the one I was talking about. Look at how what I remember is that boom was right over that block and tackle. You see it? And look how it scooted over this way. So there's 7 of these things. It's incredible. We gotta find them up on.
Got no juice.
Alright.
I'm cool with that. Anything going on down here?
Not really, nothing noteworthy.
Not much. $740 viewers.
All right, so we're coming back across the bridge, and we're running out of juice. We're running out of battery. So my neighbor over here, he lives in that. Look over here. He lives in the first big house past that that white high-rise. He come over and we jumped on our bicycles and we were going to go down and go through some of this water and just go down and check everything out and be nosy. This is when I didn't want to get washed away in my car. And him and I, we went about 10 football fields, and he said, yeah, I don't think I want to do this, because we're pedaling through one of the, just at the end of our street, it was 3 foot deep. So,
He was already gassed.
he's like, I don't know if I want to do this. I'm like, okay, no problem.
Porta John.
You know, there's water right here I can run through. Look at this guy come barreling down through here. Yeah, I'm gonna turn the old windshield wipers on and run through this water really fast. Of course, my neighbor's gonna lose their minds if they're here. Yeah, they're crybabies. All right, you ready?
Get it. It's like Splash Mountain.
Oh, they hate me already.
They're giving you stink eye.
Yeah. Well, they give everybody stink eye. They're just stink eye people. I wonder if I had any mail in that mailbox. There we go. Well, I cleaned the windshield off, right?
Like a charm.
So I wonder if they got flooding again. They're keenly aware of us. There. The neighbors are like, why are these people so mean? I don't know. I'll never talk to them. So this is where we were riding our bikes to the water, and the water was 3 foot deep right here, coming off of Big Carlos. All right, so we're gonna take Hudson back to the Strand View. We got just a little bit of juice left. We're gonna run behind and look at what was the name of that they wanted to see? It's
Fishtail.
The Fishtail. We'll go drive through there real quick on our way back, and then we're going to call this. I don't even know what I got to do next. If I don't have internet, I don't know what I'm doing next. So
Yeah.
I have to go back to the shop, I guess. My internet went out, which is, in all these events that I've had over the years, I've never had my internet go out. I've heard of it being out for other people, but I've never had mine go out. My power stayed on this time, and I wasn't running on the generator. But, you know, and everything I do is online. So anyway, I bought one of them Starlinks, so this should never happen again. As long as I have a view of the sky, I have internet. I never asked them about clouds, though. Does anybody know about that?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's part of. It's got something to do with Elon Musk. It's called Starlink. So another one of them cars that got swamped. See all these little things of debris. You can go through and pick all that stuff up. So more debris on the road. And again, this, take a look out there. See this? On the other videos, you'll see a river flowing through that onto the street.
Wow.
It was like a river. So I don't know if you guys know this or not, but South Beach is staying in the Santini Plaza. There is a coffee shop going on the end here. This video that we're putting out, we're gonna, I think I might just put it out on the community page and show you where everything's going inside of Santini Plaza. But they have like 8 of these rented out. Surfside is down there, got like 20,000 square feet, and they're putting in a liquor store. the hardware store is not coming back. And so this is behind Santini Plaza. This is the I keep having a brain fart on what this is.
Fishtail.
Fishtail, yeah, fishtail. It's a new name for it since when I was here. So let's go look at everything back here around the marina first, because that's kind of the full view. Yeah, so none of these boats washed away. Oh,
Yeah,
look at
there's
that.
some.
That's a fuel. That's a problem. Hopefully it's empty. So there would have been boats all over here, so they got them out of here. They were hauling boats like crazy. So here is what Fishtail Marina looks like. Very close up. And I haven't seen any activity, if you guys are wondering about the restaurant. I've seen no activity on the restaurant at all. I've been checking on it about once a month. So that's the restaurant over there. And one of my favorites. Both coming here by boat and coming here by, walking and driving so close to the house. So I wonder why they pulled all the boats except for that one. So we're gonna go behind Santini Plaza and go over by the Fishtail restaurant and see if they got any activity over there, if they're working on anything. Oh, look at the size of that. We wouldn't want to hit that. So there's definitely water flowing through here again. Oh boy. You see all this? Wonder which direction it was. It's probably coming from there. Yeah, their ice machine's turned over.
Not the ice machine.
No! And look inside of here. Kind of a mess in there. And this got blown open.
Oh yeah.
And then, yeah, they're not working on this yet. They did work on it a little bit, but it doesn't look like they're working on it now. This guy's got his hands full. He's got a lot going on all at the same time. Just think, Hudson, I get to do a voiceover for you for an hour.
Yeah, so much fun.
Yeah, this is my warm-up. So there's the firehouse. Yeah, this end of the island is not very busy, but lots of water in these parking lots yesterday. So that's our rig. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you subscribe to our channel. We're going to have a drone video out very quickly, just raw, of what's going on down here right now from this morning. I posted 2. I don't know if they actually posted or not because I posted them and left. Actually 2 shorts and actually a short and 2 videos. Also posted a couple days ago showing this thing on its way in and showing some of the flooding at the other end of the island. And then we're going to do the drone video here. We should have it out by Saturday at 6 or 7 or 8 or 9, whichever time we get it done. And that's going to show pretty much all the positive progress we've made on Fort Myers Beach since Ian. And pretty much that's it. We appreciate you guys. We are thankful that this wasn't worse, and sorry that it was as bad as it is. And so we're heading back to the Strand View, and we're going to call it a day. And I thank Hudson for coming out here on short notice. You know, you can't schedule these hurricanes. They don't work within your schedule. So thank you for that, and thank you, Kenny, for babysitting it on the other end. And we will see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.